Set around one of the world's most spectacular harbours, Sydney is Australia's largest city and the capital of the state of New South Wales. Blessed with dazzling beaches, iconic landmarks, and sunny climate, Sydney is an absolute vibe. In this video, I'm going to take you around Sydney's best attractions, so let's get right into it. A masterpiece of 20th century architecture, the Sydney Opera House is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a national landmark of Australia. I took a guided walking tour of the Opera House to learn about the history and explore the various theatres, studios, and a beautiful concert hall. The building is undergoing a 10-year, $300 million facelift, but will continue to operate during the renovations. No matter what angle you look at the Opera House, its imposing structure is a sight to behold. I'm on top of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. What a spectacular feeling it is to be at top, the most spectacular harbour in the world. Bridge climb was my favorite activity in Sydney. To enjoy the best views, I recommend the twilight climb so you can enjoy the views before and after sunset. The activity comes at a hefty price tag of $374 Australian dollars, but if you're going to travel all the way to Australia, you don't want to miss this. So make sure to tick off this ultimate Sydney adventure off your bucket list. Hop aboard the ferry from Circular Quay to Manly Beach, the birthplace of surfing in Australia. It's a great way to get acquainted with the city's topography and sights. The views from the water are unrivaled, so I recommend starting your visit to Sydney with a ride on this ferry. Another way to get familiar with Sydney is to visit the highest observation deck in the city at the Sydney Tower Eye. For the more daring, this attraction also offers an outdoor 60-minute skywalk experience. Sydney's beaches are bathed in year-round sunshine. With 1 kilometer strip of white sand, Bondi Beach is a world-renowned destination for swimmers, surfers, and sunbathers. Across from the beach, you can walk down the beautiful Campbell Parade, lined with towering palm trees and filled with restaurants, cafes, and shops. Sculpture by the Sea, an outdoor exhibition of artworks along the coastal walk, is a crowd favorite. The walk from Bondi to Coogie is pleasant and picturesque. Spare at least 2 hours to enjoy the scenery of the beautiful beaches and coastline along the walk to Coogie Beach. Sydney's Central Business District, more commonly known as the CBD, is very walkable. Most of the city's iconic landmarks are all within easy walking distance of each other. This is also one of the best ways to get a feel of the city and explore its hidden gems. A short walk from city centre, Darling Harbour is Sydney's harbourside playground for dining, shopping, entertainment and events. This large recreational and pedestrian area is a must-visit when in Sydney. To add to the impressive list of hotels in the area, the wave-shaped W Sydney is set to open in Darling Harbour in the fall of 2023. This will be the largest W hotel to open globally, and I can't wait to come back to Sydney to experience it for myself. Opened in 1816, the enchanting Royal Botanic Garden Sydney is a tranquil oasis on the edge of the beautiful Sydney Harbour. You can enjoy spectacular city views and take photographs with the backdrop of the Sydney Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Easily accessible from Circular Quay on Ferry, Watson's Bay is Australia's oldest fishing village. With the beach on one end and stunning ocean cliffs on the other, Watson's Bay is the perfect spot for a laid-back picnic in Sydney. The historic Sydney Cricket Ground is one of the most recognizable cricket venues in the world. I watched a T20 Cricket World Cup game here between New Zealand and Sri Lanka, and then walked over to the museum to explore the venue's rich sporting history and important cricket artifacts. Sydney is surrounded by fascinating landscapes. I recommend taking a road trip to the Stanwell Tops Lookout. For adrenaline junkies, there is no shortage of activities here. Come here to be mesmerized by the endless ocean waters, breathtaking views of the coast and rolling hills, or once-in-a-lifetime paragliding experience. Australia is home to some extraordinary biodiversity, so today I drove 3 hours south of Sydney to Jervis Bay to go on a whale-watching adventure. Going on a whale-watching excursion in the Pacific from Jervis Bay is a fantastic experience for an adventure away from the city. We were able to catch glimpses of a mother and calf migrating from chilly Antarctica to the warm shores of Australia. Few cities can lay claim to such a thriving mix of city and outdoor life as Sydney. Whether you admire the arch of the Harbour Bridge or gaze at the sails of the magnificent Opera House, the allure of Sydney is undeniable. I hope you enjoyed this tour of Sydney. Please take a moment to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. I have also posted a video on Melbourne, so make sure to check that out.